I did my project on MVP candidates to how much they're paid and if any of the MVP candidates were overproducing for what they were paid for that year. Things I want to know would be I would like to find out what the year 2000 MVP candidates were paid over what they produced. I want to see who was paid less and produced more. Many teams get lucky and have MVP candidates that emerge without even having to pay them the top money as other MVP candidates. My research will be based on key components produced on the court, such as minutes per game, rebounds, assists, blocks, field goals, and points per game. The MVP candidates that I have are Shaquille O'Neal, played for the Los Angeles Lakers. He was number one overall pick, and his salary for that season, was $19,285,715. Kevin Garnett played for the Timberwolves, and his salary that year was $19,610,000. Alonzo Mourning, he played for Miami Heat. His salary was $15,800,000. Karl Malone, and his salary was $14 million for that season. Also, I have Tim Duncan, whose salary was $9,660,000, and Gary Payton, whose salary was $11,475. Also, we have Allen Iverson, who played for the 76ers. His salary was $9 million for that season. Grant Hill, who played for the Magic, and his salary was $6,660,000. Chris Webber's salary was $12 million, and he played for the Kings. Vince Carter, and his salary was $2,425,440. $2,425,440. Excuse me. The things that I found were, in order for the MVP candidate to overproduce for what they were paid, they would have to excel over the average of the other 10 candidates in three main aspects of the game. The average minutes per game was 39. The average rebounds per game was 9. The average points was 25. And you would have to be paid under 11 mil while exceeding above average in all three of these aspects. My results were the top 5 players that would be in the running for overproducing for their pay that year would be Tim Duncan, because he played over 39 minutes he averaged 39 minutes per game, 12.4 rebounds, and 25 points. Gary Payton, his minutes per game were 42, his rebounds were 6.5, and he averaged 24 points. Allen Iverson, his minutes per game were 41. He had 3.8 rebounds and 28 points per game. Grant Hill played 37 minutes per game. He rebounded 6.6, and he averaged 26 points a game. Last, we had Vince Carter coming in at 38 minutes per game, averaging 5.8 rebounds and 26 points. I highlighted the players who were above average in those aspects, and we had Allen Iverson, who played 41 minutes per game, and he averaged over 28 points. Granted, he was a guard, so guards don't rebound as well, so that kind of negated him out of that. But he did produce in other aspects, but not these three main ones. And the player that he produced above average in each category was Tim Duncan at 39 minutes, 12.4 rebounds, which the average for that was 9, and he averaged 25 points, and the average was 25. Also, Tim only got paid $9,660,000 for that each season, so he was under the $11 million mark that I had set. And this is my I guess my outline of all the players up against one each other or whatever, and then I put that in my PowerPoint so that you could see the difference and where the averages was. Of course, granted, only 5 players were above average in 2 things, and only one player that season were above average in all 3. So basically, only one player, which is Tim Duncan, produced more than what he was essentially being paid. So therefore, on his next pay raise or next contract, he got paid the big high salaries, such as people like Shaquille O'Neal coming in at $19 million for the season.